Welcome back to Against the Iron Storm with Dread Canary. I am the Dread Canary. We're playing against the storm, and we are continuing our Iron Man run, where I play every difficulty twice, and if I lose, I reset from the tutorial, and the goal is to eventually beat Prestige 20. We're currently on our second game of Prestige 7, halfway through it, and as you can see, Queen's not that mad at me. We haven't gotten very far, but we have plenty of time. We've started our second expansion. We've got a nice coal deposit here. We've got a nice copper deposit here. We've got the ability to smelt copper in this furnace. Our food situation's a little iffy, but you know what? We're getting there. We are getting there. And if we can set up a trading empire, we can keep the hostility down and just rock our way to victory. I've got 6 people in my chat, keeping things spicy. So, here we go. So we do need another lizard and another human house. We need some tools so we can clear this out. And we definitely need to staff over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and just make berries. We have 2 trappers camps. They are producing leather as a byproduct. And on top of that, we've got so many bonus cloth bonuses here. I mean, we've got 2, but still, plus 5 bonus cloth production. So basically, we can take 3 scraps of leather and make 7 fabric out of it. It's ridiculously efficient. We need to be restaffing our wood choppers pronto. There we go. And we'll get another 3 up here. And you know, I think at this point I can justify a 3rd woodcutting camp. With that efficiency, you might as well remove the limit on it and just sell it to the trader. Not all traders will buy it, and I might need to make scrolls at some point. But with how much efficiency we have, I am completely willing to raise the cap to 200. So it's not that you're wrong, it's just I'm not doing it. We do want copper bars, we do want that with wood. We're going to need to finish clearing out an area for us to mine. To do that, you're the rain collector. You have made us 12 packs of provisions, so let's take a look at trade routes. Jerky, nope. Parts, definitely not. Sure, I can sell stone. Don't mind that at all. We can unfavor the harpies. No, we cannot unfavor the harpies. Hey, it's improved, guys. We are low on food. That is a great set of progress. Woodcutter's camp has no suitable trees nearby. Well, you know, fun thing about that is I really need to be setting up copper mines. So I'm going to go down here and we'll clear out this area. Why are you unfair treatment and you're hungry? I mean, that makes sense, guys. I can't fault you on that account. Wow, why did we make so many herbs this year? That is a ludicrous amount of herbs, my dude. Still low on food. When's our next trader showing up? 1 minute. Nice. We are in the clearance, so yeah. Yep. Sure. Now remember, when we sell things, we are gaining, we are reducing hostility, which is why I'm very comfortable selling stuff. On top of which, we get free amber every time the trader arrives. How about making a full-on harpy village to the side with all that cloth? I always find herbs and mushroom production goes bananas. Yeah, the problem is that I want roots in here. I don't want this many herbs. To the point that, like, I'm gonna tell them no herbs next year. Hi, Dullahan. We have tons of grain that I want to turn... Oh, yeah, I don't want the wine, and I don't want the pottery. Can I get 20? Yes, I could. Looks good to me. Okay, crystalline dew, scrolls, copper bars, ale. Ooh, +2 grain production and 3 eggs a minute. This is massive. This is just huge. Because we've already got the harvester's camp. We've got another whole set of grain fields we haven't started using yet. That's going to be so good. I'm going to exit and come back in case anything. He will let me sell him the scrolls that he just gave me. Only 12, though. Can I get to 16? I can. Heck yeah. Spark dew, clay, roots, and +2. Okay, you know what? That's fine. There we go. That is very nice. We are going to move down here. And we are going to make ourselves a nice mine. Like so. And 3. We'll do that. I mean, we're also gonna do this. And no, we're not gonna solid that off. We're just gonna leave it like this. Okay. What are we looking at? Right now, so you can make copper bars and pie. That's all pretty great. Once we... Oh, you are out of stuff to chop. That's okay. Just head over here. How much wood do we have? 165? That seems solid. We're not happy burning, are we? We are not. We need a service building at some point. Poor coal spot. Yeah, this is a poor coal spot. I left enough space to make a mine here if I need to, but the plan for coal is this spot. Just as soon as I have the parts for it. Which, we have the parts for it now, so let's go ahead and make that. Let's make a mine like so. And I think what I'm going to do is run this like that. And let's stick this here, because what I want to do is I want to put a warehouse here. Yes. Yes, that looks nice to me. Okay, so we are in our storm. We are going to fire all of our wood cutters, which is going to lower our hostility by a lot. Not enough. Oh, 53. We are just shy of the ability to do 1 wood burning. So if we, let's see, storm is 2 minutes. Did I not buy a thing that shortens the storm? I must not have bought the thing that shortens the storm. Okay. So, 2 minutes. If we do double burning, that's 72 for 2 minutes, so that's 144. We should be okay. You could just delete the node. You can delete nodes? Interesting. You can delete nodes. I didn't know you could do that. I'm not gonna, but I didn't know you could. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's go ahead and throw 4 lizards in the mine. And given how many building materials I have, we are going to auto upgrade. Okay, so there's these that give you more coal, but this gives you a lot more coal, and I'd rather have a lot more coal and have close by warehouse than the kind of like faster production speed. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade it like that. And then we're going to upgrade this. Oh yeah, heck yeah. Same way. And so now we have 450 coal, and that'll last us a long time. You can delete things that would be beneficial to you. Interesting. I've never thought to, like, delete nodes as a way of... You just can't delete the bad things. Oh, well, cool. That's something I didn't know. And now I will steal that knowledge and forget that you told it to me. I'll just go ahead and take credit for knowing that later on when I share it to a noob on Reddit. We don't need this. We don't actually need any of that. Like, that is so much extra that we don't need. I could probably take these people, but I don't feel like it just yet. Our food situation seems to have massively stabilized. Like, that is so good. You know what? We're going to put harpies in this mine. And let's go ahead and upgrade this mine as well. Can't do it with, nope, we can't. Okay. And we're in the next year, so let's get our people. Looks like we've got, let's favor humans over lizards here, just for some racial parity. And we are going to dig ourselves into this glade. Because remember, we want to do one dangerous glade a year, every year. And not only am I going to dig my way in there, I'm going to have two groups digging our way in there as fast as possible. Newcomers bring 40% more goods for every hub level gains. Global resolved by 1 for every 3 levels of standing. Trade route reduced by 1. Let's do Titan's Belt. I would never delete a node, even if there was a fat dead whale on the spot I need my hearth to be. I'd rather just spend a year chopping down trees in a normal glade to fit it. Exactly, yes. I would never want to deprive myself of potential resources like that. Yep. Oh, heck yeah. I don't have enough. Okay, let's go ahead and up this to 20 and throw another human in here. And we have so many herbs, I'm going to say don't make any herbs right now. And, you know, yeah, I think we're okay, because we can make flour out of all of this grain. We have so much grain. And in the near future, you know, I think we probably have enough spark dew. So I'm going to put these two harpies on making tools out of planks. And you know what? Let's go ahead and make up to 10 pipes. Speaking of spark dew, we're going to go get some free parts. Low on fuel. Well, I have been happy burning for the entirety of a thing, and I forgot to turn it off. But now that we have coal coming in, we're going to go off of the wood standard, and we're going to start burning coal. Is Titan's Belt worth it? Extra packs of provisions seem so cheap to spend a cornerstone chance on it. I'm not a min-maxer, so again, I don't have the exact math, but I really like the cheap, like, herbs that I'm not spending on provisions means that I can make roots more often that we can eat directly, or that's more that I can spend on pie and biscuits. So I think it's worthwhile. I think it very much pays for itself very quickly. And now that we have packs of provisions, I can sell all of that. We're not selling a part. We don't have resin. We do have copper bars, and notice that this is free. So I can sell 15 copper bars for nothing and get 20 ember. Like, there's no cost to this. So that's when it really, really seems to show up. food is stable. We've got 100% employment right now, which means I can afford to get more people. Which we will do after we turn this in. Tool production is... that's not the tools. That's the tools. There we go. How are we coming on tool production, guys? Nice. Very slowly. What kind of water do you use? You use storm water. Okay, and this geyser is drizzle water. And that's drizzle water. What does drizzle water do? I think it's food. Does this count as a food building? Yes. So we could set up a pipe, and we could use that to make a lot more jerky. Forager's camp is out of stuff. Well, you know, what's fun about that is there's a whole lot more to forage right here. We've got 0 flour. Hey, Sother, how you doing? We've been building up a bunch of money just so you could show up. Druid's hut. Oil, don't love. Incense coats. I don't love this. I do want the copper ore production. That's real nice. And I do want the woodcutting speed. I don't need this, and I don't need that. You know, I kind of... want this, though. There we go. Now we have flour, which means now we can make pies. When we make pies, we're going to make pies out of anything you feel like. I suppose if you don't have materials to make the packs, it might be alright. Used to love the Druid hut, but barely use it now. Yeah, it doesn't whelm me. Got some spare workers, and I did say that I wanted more people. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more people. And let's take a look at our trade route options. And you know, we've got so much spare money that I'm going to go ahead and increase all of these by 1. Now keep in mind that we are lowering hostility when we sell stuff. Woodcutter's camp is out of stuff to woodcut. Okay. You can go up here and start chopping in that area. Because I need to free up more space for houses. We also need to get a service building at some point and some more ore. I think we're doing okay, though. Like, at this point, this game looks extremely winnable. Like, nothing too bad has happened. We've been able to keep ourselves under the cloud burst. We've got coal coming in now. And with coal coming in, it's like we don't really need to worry about fuel running out during the storm. Let's go ahead and drop that. And then we're going to go up here and drop this. Gets us down to hostility 3, which is not enough. We're going to have some massive happiness problems if I let this go. I do want to go ahead and... yeah, let's claim this for the materials. And we will build ourselves a nice lizard house here. And a road along it. And let's build a geyser pump. And I think 2 human houses back here should be perfect. Okay. So, that still doesn't deal with the fact that we're going to take this -6 hostility penalty. If I burn coal, 18 coal a minute. Okay. I think we can do this and be fine for a while. And let's take a look at our trade routes. I don't really want to be selling copper ore until I turn in my order, but you know, I'm not going to turn in my order during the storm, so let's go ahead and do that too. And that will lower our hostility by a bit. People are pretty happy. I'm thinking about picking up Druid's Hut as an alternative fuel if I don't have easy access to coal. Going to depend on whether I have a ranch or something to supply meat. Haven't done it yet, so I don't know if it's viable. Yeah, having more options for fuel is always nice. I favor wood and coal solely because they can be used to reduce hostility, which can save us from some nastiness. Now, of course, we're about to start losing our wood bonus, but I think we can tank the resolve hit for the rest of the storm. Maybe not. We can. Nice. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do, we are going to take this pile. Second thing we're going to do is we are going to go here. Wood cutting speed will be increased by 10% for every 150 of you. 3 clay per minute. Let's try driving water. We're going to actually use a pump this time, guys. We're going to go ahead and stick 2 lizards in here. We're going to go here, and we're going to connect it to pipes. And we're going to turn this up all the way. We're going to ignore this. We are going to turn off any happy burning. We already did that. We'll stick 2 lizards in here, and actually let's swap this out for harpies. Harpies, because lizards like working in this area. And we're going to tell them, hey, you can make fuel out of coal. Just stop at 20, which I think will be more than enough. We do want to be wood chopping again. So that's all good. That area is good. We've got space for another woodcutter down here. Is this still being worked? That is still being worked. Okay, so that means I do want another woodcutter fully stocked in this area. Let's go. Coal is king, but unless you can get a kiln, the only map to use that on is this one, right? There are coal deposits in the coral forest. Not a lot of them, but there are some. I don't think the other maps have coal in the notes. Yeah, the coral forest, I believe, does. You know what? Let's raise this to 50. What does our supply of herbs and roots look like? Let's go ahead and make both. Let's go to trade routes and see what we can sell. Nothing, because we are already selling everything we can. Beautiful. Can we upgrade you yet? Sure. And we can... yeah, let's wait. I remember one map had copper and no coal. I think that's the Scarlet Orchard, in which there is copper in the trees. There's copper all over that place. That's going to give us a ton of parts, plus a bunch of tools, which we can immediately use to lock this up. So now we're going to have a lot of copper coming in. We still need more trade routes. We got another building. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is rough. All right, we got 3 good options here. The Tavern is a global +3 happiness bonus. It opens up the ability to serve ale to humans and brawling to both lizards and harpies. So that's a massive pile of services. The Explorer's Lodge, less exciting. It gives brawling to harpies and lizards and education to harpies. Its passive is we gain wealth effect for rebuilding ruins. So we're going to ignore the Explorer's Lodge. The Butcher gives us 2-star skewers plus jerky and oil. I don't care about oil. I've already got access to jerky, so I don't love the Butcher. If I was going to want skewers, I would get the Cookhouse. And the Cookhouse opens up skewers for harpies and lizards and biscuits for harpies and humans. giving us a wide variety of food stuff. So the cookhouse versus the tavern. I want both. But of the two, I'm going to take the tavern solely because it'll let me upgrade my hearths to tier 3. And as much as I would love that third food stuff, I think we need a service building. I think that works. Yes, that is entirely within the bounds. And we are going to... Oh, no, I can't move that. That's not a corner. We're going to put a wall crossing here for no reason. We're going to put a wall corner here. And we're going to put lines here, here, and here. I thought Coral Forest was copper. No, Coral Forest has crystallized dew in the trees, so it doesn't need copper. I'm pretty confident that copper, no coal is Scarlet Forest, or Scarlet Orchard. This wall is just beautiful, just going all the way around. And of course, we can build another house in this area. Can't build another house here, so we're going to put a park here. Still haven't memorized the native resources yet. Yeah, it's not that I've memorized them, it's that I've played a ridiculous amount of this game. Like, I was looking at it the other day, and I've got hundreds of hours of YouTube content of just this game, and then on top of that, I've played lots of games off of stream where I wasn't talking to anybody, and it was just me listening to other music, just, you know, playing the game. So it's mostly how much time I've sunk into this. Okay, no, can't do anything there. Don't want to do anything there. I don't want to sell any of that. I do, however, want to... When's our next trader coming in? Minute 29. Let's wait. We've had one of 3 caches open. That's beautiful. We have 232 leather with 205 fabric just parked. Oh, okay. Harpies, you can... I don't really care what you do. How are we looking on cysts? We have 2 cysts. We have 20. That's great. I only have 55 hours on it. I'd have more, but the last patch had me crashing once in a while, and it screws my progress that I just rage quit for the day. Yeah, patches always drop on Thursdays, so basically you have to finish any game before the patch drops on Thursday if you're going to do it. Now, this has never been a problem for me because I don't pause mid-game. Even the ones that I split into 2 YouTube videos, I split into 2 YouTube videos because I don't want to be uploading 2-hour videos. More grain production is nice. Incense for free incense for roots could be strong. Biscuits being able to be produced in the kiln and rain mill. No, I don't love that. I am going to get the ranch. I'm going to get the ranch because we've got the free meat, the more you meet bonus. And so that's going to make the ranch god tier. I also do want mold supply because I like getting more stuff out of that. I can afford it, so let's grab the fragrant roots. I don't love either of those, so I'm not going to bother. That said, I do want to sell more stuff. Oh! Oh, look at that. You're willing to buy fabric. Well, if you're willing to buy fabric... if you're willing to buy fabric, then I'm going to sell you just so much fabric. Okay, guys, I think food is solved. I think food is solved for a long time. Yeah. Yeah. We're not happy burning, are we? We shouldn't be. No. No, we are not. That's excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this all the way down here so we can uncover a coast. I believe I don't have any herbalist camps, so I should make one. Hey, look at that. Lizards are happy just from food. This happens all the time. But does that let me sell anything? Sure, we'll just sell one, just to increase our number of trade routes. That's the problem, but I meant more of it crashing while I'm playing. Since the game doesn't autosave that often, sometimes I lose a couple years of progress due to me playing at 3 times speed. I don't think I have an analogous experience to quite understand what you're saying. I'm not saying you're not right. I'm just saying I don't think I've had an experience close enough that I can comment on that. Which is something I wish humans would do more in discourse. Like, I've noticed a lot throughout my life that there's this tendency for people to dismiss other people's experiences if they haven't shared them. And I'm like, not fam. Other people have different lives. Like, people have different families, different upbringings, different cultures that they're from. They may experience entirely different sets of things than you do. So you can't just dismiss their experiences not happening. Anyway, that's mini rant about how I want the world to work. Let's see. We've got... How much housing do we have right now? We already have 22. We already have 22. Which means that if I build 2 more, I'll have 26, and that's too many. So let's go ahead and just drop 1 more human house here. And now we need a 3rd hearth, which is why I bought the extra. Oh, look at that. We can put a small hearth right here. Ooh, yes, I love this. Okay, okay. So, what we're going to do is we are going to... How do I want to do that? We need a road here. And I want a road here. And I want a road here. Let's go ahead and do this. And that, and that. Beautiful. Now, this is only a 3x3. And we should be thinking about... Where does my road end? Ooh, okay, okay. Check this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to fence this. People are, in fact, people. Exactly, chat. That's what I'm saying. Meant more, yeah. I wonder if they're ever going to do more with housing. What do you mean more with housing? They've tried doing more with housing where breaks were taken at houses, and it was awful. It didn't work, and they had to revert it within a patch or 2 because it was just bad. And then the current hearth system was the result. It was what they came up with because the house doing more with housing ended up not working the way they wanted it to. You ever have one of those towns where you've got a tavern and then a tavern just like 2 feet away? What do I want to do for decorations in this area? Maybe just a row of bushes? 1, 2, 3, 4. I never put harmony buildings up. Well, you know we've got to have some harmony buildings. I think these bushes would look better over here. And you know what? I'm going to be a little bit decadent and make an extra bush that I don't need. So I can put a lizard post. Whoop, whoop. There we go. That's going to get 2 tier 3. Let's see. Yeah, that change was pretty meh. It's hard to believe in something you don't personally experience or see. It's like a ghost story. No matter how real it is for some people, other people won't believe unless it happens to them. I mean, sure, but like, I don't know. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I was talking more like requirements or make them upgrade themselves, like in Anno, for instance. Is that another city builder? Harpies don't like being near noise. Oh, you're talking about NIMBYism? Not in my backyard, like in The Sims, where people don't like having houses near the dump. Actually, there's a really fun board game that won an award from Mensa, which I didn't know board games could do, called Suburbia, in which it's kind of like SimCity, but it's a board game, and it's really well done. Um, and one of the things that happens is people will move out if you put housing next to like the trash heap and the factory area or under airports. It's really cool how they do it. It's a lot of small, easily explained rules that build on each other. But since the rules themselves are easy to explain and reference, it's not actually that hard to play. And that's just the best way to make games, is where you can use a lot of little, easily explained rules that are easily referenced, that they don't feel like a lot, but that coordinate in ways that make for complicated gameplay. It's really great. So yeah, NIMBYism. There's a term for it in city planning that I've seen games do effectively, and it's really cool. Oh, those were Harmony buildings, not aesthetics buildings. I'm just realizing. Yeah, I've played Suburbia. Nice. And I guess Anno is another game. Wonderful. Okay. We've got plenty of wood that I can do this, I think, which should save me some harpies. I don't want to do it for very long. Let's check our trade routes one more time. We still don't have fabric. Okay. Do we have... Nope, we don't have crystallized dew either. We do have enough money, though, that I can buy one more option for everybody. We're not selling coal. We're not selling herbs. I'm not willing to sell copper right yet. Wow, there's... I could sell tools. I'm not that hard up for cash. I think we're okay. Turn off this immediately. And what we want is harpies and humans. Hey, look, that's all we've got. So let's get harpies and humans. We are... How are we doing? Yep. Herb and root production increased by 1 for every 75 biscuits produced. We're farmers having a chance for double yields under the effects of biscuits. Tightened belt again. We can make our trade routes even cheaper. Let's go ahead and do the chance of producing double yields. And while we're at it, we're going to turn on plant fiber over here. And let's run a road right this way. Just straight like this. And we are going to put a warehouse right here. Okay. On top of that, we're going to move this over here because I'm just realizing I never cleared out the rest of this farm area, and I really should have. So we are going to clear this out. Excuse me. There we go. Clear that out. Clear it out, clear it out, clear it out, clear it out all the way. And then we are going, where are our other ones? This is just kind of on a pretty mission, but since we value pretty missions on this channel, we're going to leave that. Let's do this as well. Did I ever staff that new harpy? I did. We have enough tools that I can open another cache. So we shall open another cache up here. I don't... we're out of bricks. Do we have the stuff to make bricks? We do. But let's make it out of clay first. And let's go ahead and get free bricks. That looks good to me. Right, fresh set of trade routes. No. Definitely not. Berries. Yeah. Berries for free? 100%. I'm willing to sell a pack of tools and some basic coal just to raise our trade standing. That sounds good. We are only waiting on planks there. We got plenty of wood. Oh, you know what I could have done instead of fighting the hostility? I could have, staffed one of my taverns, of which I'm about to have 2. Once all of this building gets done, we are going to have so much in terms of... Hey, there's our trade routes done. Well, the meat for meat bonus is going strong, my word. Are you out of packs of provisions? You are. Well, you know what? Given how much we've got going on meat now, let's go ahead and make it out of meat. And we should put a lizard here. And we should start working on housing this area. There we go. So the problem here that we're going to run into is basically the speed of our production build, our building. Wow, we have so much grain. We have so much grain. This is nuts. Woodcutter's camp is out of trees nearby. Well, you know what? I'm pretty certain that there are more trees that you can be cutting in this area for me. And we've got 61 copper. Beautiful. Housing's going up. Nice. Okay, so what if I rejiggered my roads? So we're going to do this. We're going to delete that, or we're going to delete this side. Because what I want to do here is I want to put a ranch right there. Ooh, it does reach. Okay. So we are going... If we put 2 houses like so... And, you know, it's not going to do anything, but putting a park right here I think will look nice. Harpies are super happy. Let's stop that. How are we looking on tools? We got 11? Okay, that's fine. Does that mean we finished this area? No, we certainly haven't. We still need so many more planks. It might actually be worth building another supplier. I don't generally do... Oh, you know what else I can be doing? I can open up the ability to make planks in here. Let's go ahead and turn in this order. Trade routes going faster is nice. Explorer's Lodge or Butcher? I think I want the Explorer's Lodge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this because we don't need that to be a tavern. We can have that be an Explorer's Lodge. Did I orient that the right way? There we go. Cool, 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 cool. So that's still not giving us anything, huh? Looking pretty good on fuel. Sother, buddy, okay. Longer clearances again. Yeah. Can we get 26? So 23. Do I have trade routes coming in? No, I don't. Okay. So we want 23 more amber if we can get it. I am willing to sell sea marrow because I'm not too worried about that right now. We are making simple tools, so I don't really mind if I sell them. It'll slow me down a little bit, but like I'd rather just win harder. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Trade. And that's going to let us have fuel burning longer plus even faster woodcutters. Which means we now have the fuel burning longer twice. And the faster woodcutters twice. So now 1 unit of coal is burning for almost 3 minutes. That is crazy. That's so long. We've got tons of wheat. Yeah, we have so much wheat. I'm going to make a second supplier. Okay, we got 5 cysts, so I think that's okay. Oh, we've gained 10% woodcutting speed. Yeah, I think our resource gathering has kind of gone critical at this point. This is just nutty. Okay, tools. Yeah. I forgot to go in and sell all of this. We need planks so badly right now. We'll sell one of these. Woodcutter's camp is out of trees to woodcut. Well, beautiful, because that's all set. But let's go ahead and move them up this way. Maybe not quite this far. But what we want to do is we want to clear our way back into that glade and pop out one of those massive, massive things. Now, of course, we still have 96 charges on this wheat field and 16 on this one because we're getting so many bonuses. Like, it's okay. Yeah. We have a bunch of loose workers. Okay. I think what I do here is I move this to... I can't move it because I don't have a plank. Okay. And we can't build that because we don't have any planks. Okay, well, first thing we're going to do is we are going to fire our woodcutting brigade. Hey, look, we found the coast. And let's go ahead and go this way, because the first thing we're going to do next year is open up that glade. We're down to Hostility 3. Now, the cloudburst hit, which made everyone unhappy, and I'm going to go ahead and make them even more unhappy by doing that. But it's not going to be that bad, because, like, we're continuing to get resources. We're halfway through the year. No one's hit... as I say that, the harpies get mad. But you know what? If I do this, now they're fine. Swamp wheat just doesn't seem that appetizing. It doesn't seem that appetizing. But you're not eating swamp wheat. You're grinding the swamp wheat into flour and baking that flour into biscuits, and that sounds a lot better. Did I remember to look at I did not. Maybe not that much. Maybe not sell copper either. Yeah, we're going to skip this one, and part of why we're skipping this one is because I think it's time for me to upgrade my road structure. Which, I don't need to go quite as ham on the road structure as I am, but I like it, so I'm doing it. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and rehire the wood cutting. Turn that off. Look at our new set of trade routes. Sure, I'll sell you some basic roots. Sounds good. We're not going to sell stone. Sure we will. We're making roads out of copper. Do I not have... Oh, I don't have a spot. I don't have a spot. Swamp biscuits. Exactly. Just like Mother used to make. Okay, well, look at that. We can go up here. And we can lower the hostility by another 50, which sounds amazing. With coal, we can stop happy burning. Why are you not making anything? You're out of planks. I mean, that makes perfect sense. I'll allow it. Right, because I told him to make only planks. Which is why this one is not going to make any planks, it's just going to make 500 flour. But on the upside, this area has its planters. And if we... Oh, it's already assembling the planks for that. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want to have happen. Hey, we can turn in this order, get some more people and parts. I think we're set on parts for a long time. Brickyard, artisan, clay pit, smithy. Smithy just gives us coats, but also another source of tools. Let's go ahead and take a smithy. I don't love a smithy here, you see, but I'm taking one. So I can double the speed at which we produce. You know what? No, let's start trying to not tank the cloudburst, because, yeah, we need the fabric. That's being worked. Trade routes. Sell 48? Sell 64? Sure, sell 64. Well, that's a big pile of money. It's going to significantly lower hostility. We've lowered it by 270 so far. We're in year 11, which is when I normally win. And we are still a long ways out. So I should really be looking at speeding this along, right? You guys are just going to make flour so we can start making pie. The ranch is up, which means I can put a couple of dudes in here. Tell them, you know what? You can make leather out of either of these. We're going to say only make fabric out of leather. Yeah, that's perfect. You can make meat out of first plant fiber and then wheat if we need to. And we're going to do the same... no, we'll just say wheat's fine. There we go. So that's going to get us a ranch. Can I get 2 more lizards anywhere? Lizards don't have to be working a mine. Yeah. Congratulations. Harpies are now going to only be miners. Make simple tools out of planks and whatever you need to until we have 50. And after that, make coats. Make up to 130 coats. We're going to say make... You know what? Never make tools. It's only 2 stars. Just make coats here. And you guys can make tools until we have 50. That seems fair. That seems like it's going to get us somewhere. That's going to get us flour. We're going to start making pie. Yeah. I still have never staffed my tavern, and I really should think about doing so. We've got people who don't have housing. Well, you know what they say about people who don't have housing. They get sad. So let's go ahead and make a little more housing. And I'm feeling for this area we're going to use coral growths. Woodcutters has no suitable trees nearby. Well, you know what? Let's just move you this way. There should be plenty. Herbalist has no herbs nearby. Well, you know what? There are mushrooms up in this corner. So we'll have you mushroom. And that should be good. Housing's going up. Building materials are finally positive-ish. I say positive-ish because we need so many more planks than we have. Trade routes. Is there anything in here? We've got 107 money. It's real nice. I am not willing to sell coal or copper bars. I'm not really willing to sell... Oh, no, I can sell eggs. I can sell so many eggs. And we have 380 leather, so we can sell all the leather in the world. Hey, Vliss, how you doing, buddy? What can you give me? Oh, you can lower hostility instantly. More tools? Yes, please. And you know what? I don't want that. But I think... Yeah, look at this. Okay, so... that is going to continue to lower the hostility. We have 3 fully staffed woodcutting camps. 3 fully staffed woodcutting camps. And our hostility is only 4 on year 11. This is getting nutty. We have outscaled the storm. We've just outscaled it. Do we have any spare planks yet? No, we do not. We still are using planks to catch up with all the building I've already tried to do. Humans and harpies are pretty happy now. Oh, we won't need to build a harmony building down here because we have a converted rain totem, which is very nice. How are we looking? Do we have... Yeah, we've got 138 ore left. That's great. Lizards are our lowest number, so let's take the pack with more lizards. Let's go ahead and build ourselves another mine. And another mine. This area is just going to look real weird. I'm just going to lean into the fact that this area won't have my usual clean aesthetics. this area get finished yet? No, we are still waiting on more planks. Hey, look, we're happy again. We don't want a tinkerer. I've already got access to tools. I don't care about the training goods. We've already got a smokehouse. The apothecary is an idea. Let's get the apothecary. If nothing else, we can add the existence of biscuits. The very concept of biscuits. And what we're going to do is we are going to put these over here. And you know what? Let's go all the way to the corner. And let's move this. At this point, I am just being like, this is just showing off, but I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and make ourselves a continuation of that wall. How are we doing on spare copper? Well, we got a decent amount of spare copper. Copper bars we're going to limit to 50. We could make a smelter to get more copper bars and pipes, but I don't think we need to. Let's go ahead and take this smelter apart. Okay. And we're going to fire these guys once again. And we are going to take this crew and we're going to move this up here. Because what we want to do is open our way into that glade. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of a road here. Now we're down to Hostility 3. And we're going to fire these people. And we're going to toss a couple of harpies back on collecting Spark Dew. And now we're in Hostility 2. No need for an extra plank production building. You keep checking for them. So here's the thing, right? Like, I can produce planks here, here, and here. And the reason I'm not doing more on that front, actually, there. So now what we're doing is we are only producing planks in this supplier up to our cap of 100. And this is still doing a mix. And this is going to just produce flour. And I think that that's going to work. Like, I don't want to do a whole nother building. We are using planks on our tool production. But it's just that we've got a backlog of really expensive buildings, and once those are cleared out, I don't think I'm going to keep needing them. Oh, hey, we've got a bunch of training gear. I could make people extremely happy if I wanted to. We could sell bricks for free. Let's sell brick. No, I can't. I don't have any trading slots. Now I do. Let's go ahead and sell mushrooms. You know, just keep whittling away at that hostility. How are we looking on tools? We have 18. Cool. More ale. We don't need bleeding trees. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the Sentis Citadel option. So all we need down here are comforting buildings. And as we all know, there is nothing more comforting than a wall. So if I do a wall crossing here, and then I think, ooh, let's put a gate around the back. And a wall corner. And a wall corner. And a bunch of walls. And we will do a wall crossing here. And let's go ahead and just because it'll be kind of pretty, we will put a geyser pump here and a road. Works for me. Now, of course, I do want to rehire my chopping people. Oop, nope, that needs to be human. And we said we could shift. Oh, hey. That is literally my first time using that, chat, and that is a trick that I learned from chat. Yeah. That's fun. I like that. Thank you for teaching me that. That's great. I am, of course, not going to credit you when I answer noob questions on Reddit, which I do regularly, but but I will thank you live. So there is that. That's something, right? Still waiting on 4 more planks for this Explorer's Lodge. And, of course, more comforting buildings, which tells me I should build a couple more fences. No worries, I don't remember who taught it to me either. Nice. Okay, so we've got a giant mushroom, and we've got plenty of free spark dew. Rainpunk Foundry will let us make infused tools. Yeah. And this is going to give us a pile of living matter. Cysts are fine. They're totally under control. Our wall situation is looking pretty good. This just needs a service building, which, I mean, get in line. Woodcutter's Camp has no suitable trees nearby. Well, you know, I'm actually going to be a little bit cocky. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am not going to be cocky. We are not going to lose another run to cockiness. It is not going to happen. I lost my first run by trying to open up too many glades that I didn't have the stuff to handle, and we're not doing it again. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go ahead and make this a coastal nation. A town that has access to beaches on both sides. This just makes pi 3 stars instead of 2, but I don't feel like I necessarily need that, so let's go ahead and take it apart. Let's go ahead and start working at this living matter. Trapper's Camp? Trapper's Camp? No, 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 Trapper's Camp. You have so much you can trap. Let's move you up here. How many times have we gotten our meat? We've gained 8 more meat when we meet. Why not fence off those dead whales and incorporate it as a city attraction? Oh, I like it. That's fun. That's a fun idea. I'm not going to do it, but it's a fun idea. What I will, however, do is fence off that. So if you can't say it with walls, say it with fences. Actually, there we go. We're fencing all the way to the wall. Another living matter. Excellent. Go ahead and investigate that. How are we looking on fuel? You know what? We should be looking at trade routes. So, first off, I saw something for, yeah, we've got over 1,100 grain. So we're going to sell that grain. And in fact, let's go ahead and finish off all of these. Did I see flour? I did. Now I've got 155, so I'm willing to sell 50. That's fine. 127 mushrooms seems like a good candidate of something to sell off, but not as good as 203 herbs. Reminds me of a run I did this weekend. I opened a Danger Glade with oil as an embarkation bonus and coal as a caravan bonus that I felt confident enough to open at year 1. Yeah, and there's an achievement for, like, opening, I think, 2 dangerous glades in year 1 on on Prestige 1 or higher. So that seems reasonable. I had no incense tools. My only hope was 24 cloth with only a couple of small nodes of reeds to supply it. Yeah, that's rough. Sometimes RNG just screws you. And there's not much you can do about it. Let's take this pack. Pottery, flour. Do I need a manufactory? I think I might need a manufactory. The kiln's an interesting idea. Okay, if I look at training gear in my recipes panel, no. We're going to get a manufactory. For one thing, that'll let me be massively more efficient with my packs of provisions. Not that it's been a problem. Let's go ahead and just make ourselves a lovely little rain collector in here for no reason. And we want a manufactory. Where do we want it? Let's go ahead and move this way. This is going to be a long video because I am over an hour and we are still several points away from winning. But that is alright, you know? Sometimes they can be longer. Like, it's not that I'm not gonna win, it's just a question of when. And I haven't exactly been rushing. So this is what it looks like when I don't rush. Yeah, let's go ahead and investigate that. Anything else over here? No. I'm just systematically going through all of the caches. There we go. Got another living matter. Go ahead and investigate. And we've got a trader here. Lumber mill's an idea. I don't know that I need a small farm. Lumber mill's an idea. Let's go ahead and get this anyway, just in case. I'm not going to get the upgrade to that. I will get bigger barrels, though. We have plenty of parts, plenty of oil. I've got tons of all of this, and I don't feel the need to sell more, so we're not going to. But yeah, lumber mill. So I have been complaining about a lack of lumber for a while now, and maybe that's our solution. Unfortunately, I put all of my gathering, like my warehouses, real deep in there. Can I move you yet? Yes. And I'm going to go ahead and build a warehouse here. And then we are going to build a lumber mill right here. Is this silly? Yes. I'm going to delete this warehouse, obviously. But yeah. Buy the amber in case Warlander is the next trader. Oh, that's a good idea. Got to get those loot boxes. You are 100% correct, and we have over 1,000 grain. So maybe 300? Good call. Good call, chat. See, YouTube, this is why you have to show up for chat. Like, you just gotta show up for these things. We are going to make parts up to a cap of 20 using stone. We're going to make infused tools up to a cap of 60. And we are going to raise this to 20 and stop making simple tools. There we go. Because what we're going to do is we are going to road this up. Maybe not quite there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We're going to road that up, and we are going to put a warehouse here. Like so. The manufactory can be used to make packs of provisions out of meat and nothing else, up to a cap of 100. That should work nicely. We've got, yeah, we've got 360 leather, so that's what we're selling. You'd think with access to wormhole technology, how the storages are all connected, we could just teleport the goods directly to the Citadel. Yeah, but it's kind of local warehouse technology. Like, maybe there's some kind of range limitation, or maybe, like, you need someone to guarantee that you're going to get credit for it being your specific settlement that transported the goods. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. The lore of this world doesn't make any sense, so let's go ahead and drop 2 humans in the lumber mill, making only planks up to a cap of 300. Yeah. Don't make planks here. And you know what? Yeah. You guys will just make reserve planks. I forgot to fire my woodcutters, and we're still only at Hostility 4. Because we've gotten ridiculous. I've got a third somewhere, right? Yeah, it was up here unlocking the beach. I know I can just hit next, but I don't. I'm not going to try to justify it. I just forget. Tool place has some tools to drop off. I can see perhaps the storm disrupts it. Yeah, that would make sense too. We want to make a road right here. And I want to put 2 lizards in the Rainpunk Foundry. How are we looking on building materials? We have 189 copper. Well, you know what that means. I think that's all of our main city roads. You know what? Let's go ahead and run copper roads up this way. There we go. Rehire the woodcutting brigade. Love that trick. This is my new favorite thing that I learned about this game today. This is great. This is so convenient. We want do. Look at him go. We're gonna open up this spicy glade, this flaming hot glade here. Looking around, we've got a mine we could staff. We've got a mine we could staff. We've got a rain collector I can staff. Explorer's Lodge and Tavern. I don't have anyone, working either service building. Why is there a road there? You know, let's go ahead and authorize 19 simple tools, which will let us get like one more pack, I think. No. I can buy 2 more simple tools if I need to. To be fair, it isn't until later on that you are high enough level to see and move farther, so one reason could be you aren't important enough to deserve such a convenience, or that resources spent aren't worth the resources gained, or it's a test to see how much you can bring in yourself. I mean, the Queen does seem like the kind of person who would just test you randomly. We have so much leather, I am willing to sell 100 of it. And, oh, God, we have so much meat. We have opened another glade. It's dangerous. It's scrolls. Wealth effect? Wealth effect. Is that a... that's a grill. I don't think I care about the grill. But we do have a giant dead leviathan. So that's fun. How are we looking down here? We need a service building and... that's it. We just need a service building. Well, you can have a tavern. Okay, what if I did this? We build a nice little road. With a crossing here. And some walls this way. Sorry, YouTube. I know this video doesn't have to be this long. But you know what? If you're still here, you're still here, and that's great. What race do we think the Queen is? I think the Queen's a dragon. Silhouette looks like a beaver now. Interesting. I still think she's a dragon. I don't remember there being any graphic, but I haven't played for a while. When you start the game, the black splash with the lizarding beaver. See, the thing is, there's a giant mask, an orange mask that looks kind of like an infinity sign and a pair of diamonds for eye slits. And I think the Queen's a dragon. I think that's why the smoldering city is smoldering. I think she's a big frickin' dragon that burns away the storm. That's my headcanon. So I don't know what you think that she is, but that's what I think. We want a small hearth, and we can fit one here. So we will. We have so many packs of of provisions. This is great. Build a road around the back there. Oh, you guys are working on those mushrooms. Well, let's move you down here so you can work on them more effectively. And with how many parts we have, I think I should probably start working on this big one now. Can I get more harpies? I could, but this will bring me up to parity. Oh, hey, we forgot to say only marked trees on this guy. My man, let's go up here. And this. Nice. We have so much fuel, so many resources. Are we up to 3? No, this is still getting constructed. There we go. Bricks. We just need fabric, which we are making. And we're going to take the cap off of fabric, I think. We're just going to take the cap off of fabric. We have coats. We've got lots of chances to double production. This should be harpies. And they should be making biscuits. It's Redmane. It's Redmane, guys. Clan Hall, yes, please. Grain increased by every time it's produced. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll grab this. We'll grab the market. Sure. Sure. Sure, why not? Um, hmm. We still have a ton of money. Let's sell that. Plus 102 of this. Plus all of the wine. And 57, I think, packs of provisions is more than we needed. There we go. And we are going to get this, 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 this. Let's grab this too. And that. Might be a bit much. But you know what? I'm kind of okay with it. What if we also sold... I don't know, another... that? What if we sold 40 of this? What if we sold so much of this that we paid for it completely? Okay. How much is our hostility down? 795. Okay. That is some. And it occurs to me that now we don't actually want this. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete this too. Because what I'm going to do is move this back one. And we're going to put a clan hall here. And now we have so much food. Oh, look. We're down to hostility of 2. I have 3 working, 3 working lumber camps, and we have a hostility of 2, and we are winning this hard because we have so very much food. Let's go ahead and claim another cache. And one more. We will build ourselves a market and throw a lizard in a hearth here. And I think at this point I should probably pause and take a picture of my beautiful walled city before the game makes me leave. Because we're going to need this. And you know what? I am feeling... no, I think that'll work. I think that's going to be enough picture. We have people just being massively happy right now. Let's take a look at our trade routes. Oh, we finished our trade routes. That's beautiful. And look, we have all of these planks now. I'm willing to sell planks, sure, for free. Copper bars? No, let's go ahead and sell that. And you know what? Sure, we can sell copper bars too. 185 money. I mean, we currently only have 0. There we go. And when you start thinking, yeah, yep, we already covered that, chat. Oh, collect 130 reputation points for villager resolve. I didn't get the one for having all food needs covered at the same time. I bought all the food. Did they just not have time to eat it? Regardless, I'm super happy with this scoreline. We're 2.7 times, but we're like well over 2,500, so that's nice. If you're watching this far into the video on YouTube, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate all the attention you're giving me. Remember, I stream this live Monday and Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/DreadCanary. If you want to go ahead and do all the YouTube stuff to boost my engagement, that would be great. If you want updates about me going live or comments about my other projects once I get them to the point where I can start selling them or letting you consume them, all of those notifications go on my dedicated production Twitter, which is at Ghostfinch Media. Ghostfinch Media is all one word. No spaces, no underlines. You'll find it, and it'll have that same logo that I start my videos with, so you'll be able to see it. Let's go ahead and go back to the world map here. Of course, by the time this video comes out, I will already be streaming. Well, the video will come out the morning that I am streaming the Prestige 8 game. Now that we are up to Prestige 8. But before I leave you on this video, we are going to go ahead and unlock 2 more perks. First off, slower impatience speed, giving me a little more time to complete things, plus more resources when I finish the settlement to unlock the tech tree faster. We can't do anything with artifacts, we only have 4. So, embarkation bonuses starting with more is nice. Production speed and higher capacity is okay. We can't afford anything higher. So let's go with the stocked caravans. Once again, I want to give a shout out to chat. Chat's comments make the stream better. Thank you all very much. Thank you for teaching me that trick with the shift click to fully fill something with an entire group of people. And you are welcome to come join me on Twitch and contribute to the chat. We do have a small enough number of people that I am happy to review just about every comment. I might censor a couple, but we aren't big enough for me to censor most. That said, I will censor anything that seems to be a sales pitch, because I don't make enough money on this to spend money on it yet. It's just how it goes. Regardless, I hope you're having yourself a great day, and I would love to see you in the next one. Bye now.